Night security. Something is wrong with the 14th floor. Using a throwaway account for obvious reasons. I've been working night security at a mid-size office building downtown for about 3 months now. Pretty standard job. Walk each floor every 2 hours, monitor cameras, make sure everything's locked up. The pay is decent, and it's usually quiet enough that I can study between rounds. But something's been happening on the 14th floor for the past 2 weeks. It started small. I'd find lights on in the conference room during my rounds. No big deal, people forget to turn them off. But when I checked the access log, nobody had been on that floor past 6 p.m. Then last Tuesday, I found a single chair pulled out from a desk, positioned directly facing the elevator. I know it wasn't like that an hour earlier because I walked the same route every time. I pushed it back in and continued my rounds. When I checked the camera feed later, the chair was pulled out again. Same desk, same position. I went back up, took a photo on my phone, and pushed it in again. This time I watched the live camera feed on my phone the entire elevator ride down. The feed glitched for maybe 2 seconds, just a flicker. When it cleared, the chair was out again. I reviewed the footage this morning. During that glitch, the timestamp jumps from 2:17 and 43 seconds AM to 2:17 and 46 seconds AM. It just skips over a full second. When I mentioned it to my supervisor yesterday, he barely looked up from his coffee. Yeah, 14th floor is weird. Don't worry about it. That was the entire conversation. Last night, during my 3 a.m. round, the elevator doors opened and I immediately felt something was off. You know that feeling when you walk into a room where people were just fighting? That heavy tension in the air? Every single chair on the floor, I guess around 30 desks, was pulled out facing the elevator. All of them. Perfect lines. I should have left right then. But I was tired and annoyed that I'd have to fix them all, so I started pushing them back one by one. I was about halfway through when I heard it. Someone typing on a keyboard. The sound was coming from a cubicle in the back corner. Hello, building's closed, you need to leave. The typing stopped immediately. I walked toward the sound, my flashlight shaking in my hand. When I reached the cubicle, nobody was there. But the computer was on, just showing the login screen. I'm certain it had been off when I walked past it minutes earlier. And the chair was warm, like someone had just been sitting in it. I left the floor immediately. Didn't finish putting the chairs back. Just got an elevator and went back to my desk where I watched the camera feeds until my shift ended at 6 a.m. Here's what's really bothering me. I looked up the 14th floor in our building directory today. It's listed as vacant, available for lease. It's been empty for over a year, according to the listing. So why are there 30 desks with working computers up there? Why does my supervisor act like this is normal? I'm scheduled for 4 more night shifts starting tonight. I really need this job. Rent is due next week, and I can't afford to just quit. But honestly, I'm dreading going back up there.